I know what it feels like to leave your home, to travel to a new place and to have to start all over again. New people, cultures, atmospheres, rules. I know how hard it is to leave. But I don't know what it's like to not go back. Migration happens everywhere, from towns to cities to countries to continents. Sometimes it's voluntary, meaning that people make the decision to leave. Sometimes migration is not voluntary, however, and people are actually forced to move away from their homes to a land that is completely unknown to them. The reasons vary from religious persecution to severe discrimination to just escaping a war zone. These people make the difficult, painful, and dangerous decision to leave their homes, perhaps forever, because of the desperate situations they find themselves in. These people are called refugees. The media has been presenting the refugee crisis as a global catastrophe. The refugees are sick and poor and have just come out of a war zone, and the Western countries have been having to deal with millions of refugees coming to seek refuge. This may be the case in some situations, but it is a major generalization. Refugees are also ordinary people with dreams and ambitions just like everyone else. And they are found across the world, all over, including here in Jakarta. I've been working with child refugees and slowly learning so much more about the crisis than I would have if I had just looked it up online. There are currently around 13,000 refugees in Indonesia, from places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Sri Lanka, Mali, and Ethiopia. They're all trying to get an interview with the United Nations, or the UNHCR, about their situation, which will hopefully send them off to Australia, or the US, or some other country. They are asylum seekers that are seeking refugee status. This process does not happen overnight, however. It can take up to 4 years, sometimes even more than that, which leaves them stuck here with no job and no education for their children. It does not even ensure that they will be named refugees, and that leads to them being ordered to be sent back to their home if they're not labeled refugees. Except they can't go back a lot of the time. They can't go forward either. They are stuck. Throughout this process, they live in fear of not knowing what will happen next. I've talked to so many refugees here and heard so many incredible stories. It's unbelievable to me that these people have been through so much, as they seem so ordinary. Here is Mustafa. He is 18 years old and is from Ghazni province in Afghanistan. Like us, he has education in his mind right now. He is choosing between studying business, philosophy, or psychology. But unlike us, he had to leave his home, his friends, family, everything. His journey took him to India and then Malaysia, and from there he came to Indonesia.
From Malaysia, I came to here by boat, so it was very scary and I was afraid. Yeah, it was in the middle night, so we in the one small boat inside that was maybe 20 people or more than that. It's really hard to moving, and it's take 5 or 4 hours until we reach in Sumatra. So, and we was very tired and didn't eating, was water, and
He then arrived in Sumatra and had to trek through a jungle in the middle of the night. It was scary and dark, and there was no food or water. I can't even imagine being in the middle of nowhere, somewhere completely unknown to you, just having left everything behind, not knowing where these people were taking you, alone, at my age. He told me that his dream right now is to finish his high school, since he left when he was in 11th grade.
I mean, if my process of hearing takes long time, so I want to study here. If I will go to third country or next country, so I will continue here.
I wish him the best of luck for his future.